Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to my channel where we talk all things true crime. I'm going to go ahead and get right into today's case coverage. We are going to be discussing a juror that has come forward in the Alex Murdaugh trial. So if you guys have been watching the trial for the last, I believe, 28 days, they have come back with a verdict. They came back with a guilty verdict on 2 counts of murder for his wife, Maggie, and his son, Paul, and he was sentenced today to life in prison on both charges, so 2 counts of life. A juror has come forward already, which that didn't take long, and they have came out and they spoke to Good Morning America, and I wanted to share that with you guys right now so you guys can see what they did when they went back and exactly how the jury came to make up their minds on Alex's guilt. So I'm going to go ahead and play that for you guys now, and we will talk about it whenever they are done.
Found guilty on all counts, the once prominent attorney convicted of the double murder of his wife and son.
We're going to talk to the lead prosecutor in just a moment. First, Eva Pilgrim is at the courthouse in Walterboro, South Carolina. And Eva, you have an exclusive interview with one of the jurors.
That's right, George. That juror telling us what happened inside the deliberation room. Moments after that verdict was read, Alex Murdaugh turning back to his surviving son, mouthing, "I'm sorry, I love you." That once prominent attorney now convicted of murdering his wife and son.
Alex, did you kill your wife and son?
After 28 days, 75 witnesses, and less than 3 hours of deliberation, the jury finding Alex Murdaugh guilty of killing his wife Maggie and son Paul.
Guilty, 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 guilty.
Murdaugh appearing emotionless as the unanimous verdict was read. His surviving son Buster, who testified in support of his dad, putting his head in his hands. The defense asking for a mistrial, but the judge standing firm.
The jury has now considered the evidence for a significant period of time, and the evidence of guilt is overwhelming, and I deny the motion.
The disgraced attorney then taken out of the courtroom. Now, in an ABC News exclusive, juror Craig Moyer breaking his silence, revealing how the jury came to their decision.
When you first got in the room, you took a vote?
It was 2 not guilty, 1 not sure, and 9 guilty.
What was your vote?
Guilty.
From the start?
Yes.
Moyer says it didn't take long to get everyone on the same page.
We started deliberating, going through the evidence. Everybody was pretty much talking, and about 45 minutes later, after all our deliberating, we figured it out.
So it took basically 45 minutes for you guys to come to a decision?
Probably about 45, maybe an hour.
That's really fast.
Yeah, the evidence was clear.
He says it was this piece of video featuring Alex's voice at the crime scene moments before the murders that convinced him.
Hear his voice clearly, and everybody else could too.
Alec finally admitting it was him for the first time a year and a half after the murders.
When he said it was him, were you surprised?
I was very surprised.
Why?
That was his only savior right there.
For some people, it's so hard to understand how a husband, especially a father, would kill their own son. What made you so sure that he had?
His responses, how quick he was with the defense, and his lies, steady lies.
Did you feel like he was a liar?
A good liar, but not good enough.
Moyer also not convinced by moments like this. Alec appearing emotional on the stand.
What did you think when Alex Murdaugh took the stand?
I didn't think much of him.
Really?
Really. I didn't see any true remorse or any compassion or anything.
Even though he cried a lot on the stand.
He never cried.
He never cried. What do you mean by that?
All he did was blow snot.
Did you not see tears?
No tears.
How did you know he wasn't crying?
Because I saw his eyes. I was this close to him.
Moyer says he also didn't buy the defense's argument that Alec didn't have enough time to commit the crime and create an alibi.
The defense said there's no way he could have done all these things, clean everything up, get it all ready, and then go to his mom's and come back in that short amount of time.
I think there's just enough time.
All those factors leading the jury to hand over that guilty verdict.
If you really look at everything, it's all plain and clear.
And the judge delaying sentencing until this morning so that victims could make statements in court. And this morning, we will see Alex Murdaugh arriving to the courtroom in an orange jumpsuit. Guys.
That was all of it for that part of the video. So she just goes on to talk about the case and stuff there. But I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on that juror coming forward. He said it took them about 45 minutes to an hour to come to a decision. The first time that they did a vote, they had 2 not guilties in there, which is scary. 1 not sure, and then none for guilty. And then I just really don't remember. And if you guys can find a video of Alex Murdaugh looking back at Buster and nodding or saying, sorry, I don't remember him looking back at Buster at all. But apparently the juror is saying that he did see him look back at Buster and say that he was sorry. I don't remember seeing that. But let me know if you guys did. Also, he said the number one thing for the piece of evidence was that Snapchat video that Paul took. So Paul helped solve his mom and his murders. Guess Paul was a little detective after all. So maybe Alec should have called him that. So let me know what you guys think on this video below. If you guys sorry if I can get that out. If you guys liked the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the video. It does help my channel grow and it's free to do. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining me for yet another upload and I will see you guys all on the next video or in the next live. Bye guys.